It was like they saw potential in me, but actively chose to ignore it. Like giving me any real support would somehow threaten Roman's golden child status. Why else would they have pushed so hard for me to stay at the local college while Roman, who wasn't even half as ambitious, got all the encouragement in the world? It was as though I wasn't supposed to be more successful than him. That wasn't part of their script. But did I let that foolishness get to me? No. No. I had already sacrificed a lot to keep up with the family and their crazy, biased antics, but I decided I'd had enough. I told my parents that I would only settle for the local college if they allowed me to stay in the dorms. My parents agreed a bit too happily, thinking they had convinced me to stay back. But did they really? Not a chance in hell. I took the scholarship and moved states away while my parents believed I was studying at the local college. The best part? The prestigious college I got into had the finance course I wanted in just 2 years, while the local college offered it in 4. So it was perfect. I could graduate earlier than my parents even expected. Honestly, it was the best decision I ever made. Not only did I escape the hellhole my parents created, but this college was the epitome of success. I say this because right after graduating, I landed a 6-figure salary. I've been in this job for a year now, and things are looking up. I'm even close to getting a promotion. I managed it all. The scholarship covered 70% of the fees, while I used the money my father sent, supposedly for the local college fees, to cover other expenses. Now, I'm living the good life. My father still sends me money, thinking I'm studying at the local college and I haven't told him to stop. I know it's sort of wrong, but I consider it payback for the last 3 years. I've been in low contact with my family, just a few check-in calls here and there, and maybe 1 or 2 visits during the holidays to keep up appearances. Other than that, they haven't bothered me much, and honestly, they don't seem to care much anyway. Why would they? They had their golden child. The one guy they were forced to take care of was now out of their lives. A win-win for my parents. I was actually content with this arrangement. Sure, it hurt from time to time that my parents didn't care enough to know I had moved states away, but that sadness was tempered by the peace of no longer having their toxic presence around me. Truth be told, though, I did miss having a family. Not a dysfunctional one like mine, but just the feeling of having a family that actually cared about me. Despite all the friends and luxuries, it felt like something was missing from my life. However, this seemed impossible to fix, until this morning. Today my father called to inform me that Roman was getting married, and he wanted me there days before the wedding to help with preparations. I was taken aback. Was my father really asking me to come home? I had craved this moment for so long, especially when he told me I was part of the family and that he wanted everyone present for Roman's big day. I actually got emotional. My parents had never acknowledged me as part of their family. For them, it was mostly them and Roman. But now, my father especially wanted me at the wedding. It was overwhelming, this newfound recognition from my parents. But then again, I was reminded that these were the same people who had ignored me throughout my childhood. Even now, they didn't know their eldest son was living states away from them. Do I really want to go back to these people, only to be ignored again like I've been my entire life? This is where I find myself stuck, in a dilemma. And I want to ask you all, what would you do if you were in my shoes? I miss the sense of family, and it would be great to have them care about me for once. But the thought of going back, only for them to shatter my expectations yet again, haunts me. Should I accept their invitation and go to my brother's wedding just for the sake of family? Or should I stick to my decision of living far away and not let them hurt me again? Update. It's been 2 days, and I've had a lot of time to think about what I should do. In the end, I've decided to protect my peace. Even though some of you might not agree with my decision, I chose not to accept my father's invitation to Roman's wedding. And honestly, it feels like the best decision I've ever made. Spoiler alert. My parents haven't changed, and they never will. Let me pick up where I left off in my initial post. After some thought, I texted my father, simply stating that I wouldn't be able to make it. No long-winded explanation, no excuses, just the truth. I wasn't coming. I expected some pushback, but I didn't expect how quickly the manipulation would start. Within an hour, my phone was blowing up with texts left and right. First, my mother tried to guilt trip me. She asked if I really wanted to miss Roman's big day, if I wanted to be that brother, and how disappointed Roman would be if I wasn't there. She went on about how much it would mean to him if his older brother were present. Really? She also tried to play the "you only get one family" card. But here's the thing. Roman's big day didn't mean a thing to me, because Roman had never once cared about any of my important days. Not one. And yeah, you only get one family, but only if they act right, you know? So I told my mother the same thing. I was not coming. And when the guilt tripping didn't work, my father stepped in with his own set of crazy tactics. At first, he tried to play it cool, saying things like how families should stick together for occasions like this. When I still didn't budge, he decided to play dirty. He called me and said that if I didn't show up to Roman's wedding, they would stop paying for my college fees. He claimed they couldn't afford to have people whispering about how one of their sons wasn't present at such an important event. Basically, they wanted to maintain the facade of a happy family for all the friends and neighbors. It was all about appearances, as usual. Not about me. Not about Roman. But about how the family was viewed by others. That's when I actually lost it. I mean, how selfish could someone possibly be? Threatening to stop paying my college fees just so I would show up at a wedding. It was so stupid. Even more so considering I didn't care about a dime of the money they gave me. So I told my father, "Go ahead. Stop paying the college fees. I'm not coming to the wedding, and nothing you say or threaten will change that." I still didn't tell them that I had graduated a year ago, that I was living states away, or that I had a six-figure job and a life they could never have given me. I didn't want them to know yet, because they would ruin the good things in my life. I know I have to tell them the truth sometime, and I will. Soon enough. But for now, I was having fun. My refusal to attend the wedding, even after my father's threats, only made him angrier. He ranted about how ungrateful I was, how I had always been difficult, and how he was going to withdraw my name from the local college to teach me a lesson. He said it like it was some great threat, as if being removed from a place I had never even set foot in would devastate me. Little did he know. Honestly, I couldn't help but laugh. And now I'm just waiting for my father to go to the local college and try to withdraw my name from a place I was never enrolled in. I honestly can't wait for his reaction. Anyway, I'll keep you guys updated. Until then, so long.